Oh, you startled me.
You startled me.
You really mustn't creep up on people like that.
You should listen to yourself, mate. Scared the shit out of me. Open the door and there's your googly eyes looking at me. What the hell are you doing down here?
Well, I might ask you the same thing. You're trampling about in a delicately balanced and highly sensitive experimental area. My experiments are of a complex nature and would take a scientist to explain. Oh wait, I'm a scientist. How marvelous. My foray into reducing the girth of these insectoid creatures is of utmost importance. I intend to generationally reduce their immense stature by way of a pre-birth induced mutagen. Isn't that clever? Well, let me see. Well, you start with a generation of very large ants. You simply inject the current brood's eggs with an engineered mutagen. Then, the next generation should be smaller. Do it enough times, and you may be able to reduce them back to their once original tiny size.
Alright, so are you aware that the new ants breathe fire?
Well, this is rather embarrassing, so you'll have to forgive me, but it appears that I've made a slight miscalculation in my mutagen samples. Instead of lowering the size of the ants, the brood hatched and developed a new biomechanism. I call their genetic aberration pyrosis, the ability to emit flame from their bodies. I may be able to correct this error, but I can't get near my equipment.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, an error, people have died.
A small price to pay for the advancement of science. A few die, and later, after the mutagen is improved, many more will live. That's the way it's done. The only way to correct this mistake is to modify the mutagen. I must get to my terminal.
What exactly do you need?
My portable terminal is set up in the hatchery chamber near the Ant Queen. If I can reach it, I can continue to work on improving the mutagen.
So why not just kill a queen and be done with it?
If I were to do that, months of data would be lost. No, the queen must remain completely unharmed. Your objective would be to eliminate what I call her quintet of nest guardians. Filthy little abominations.
Will it stop the fire ants?
No, it should all wrap up rather nicely. I've rigged my equipment at my portable terminal to emit what I call an inhibitor pulse. Once I send this pulse, all of the remaining ants will lose their empathic link with the queen and frenzy, destroying each other in the process. So, that's all there is to it. What do you say?
If it stops the ants from running down Grey Ditch, I'm in. Or do I ask for a serious incentive? Yeah.
Yes, I suppose you're right. Science must learn to acquiesce to your standards in order to advance itself. I was merely going to offer up one of my mutagenic bioenhancers, but I suppose I could up the ante. I will also award you with my old lab coat. It served me well over the years, and you may find it useful for your own experiments.
Okay.
You will? How marvelous! Be careful, my friend. The nest guardians can be quite tenacious.
My work is done, Doctor. Well, do not harm the queen. Do you know about Brian Wilkes?
Far too curious. His incessant questioning would often come when I was the most absorbed with my calculations. He had no regard for the importance of my work.
Can't you take responsibility for his father's death?
All scientists take responsibility for their failures because it comes with the territory. I will take this experimentation to completion without roosting on the moral high ground. If I allow emotions to enter the mix, all this time and energy spent will have been for nothing.
Okay. Yeah, you could at least told him you were alive. He thought he was alone.
I can't risk leaving this place. I have to continue monitoring the hatchery for any further mutations in the next brood. I have no time for children and their petty games. What do they know about the importance of my work?
Alright, you do realize you ruined his entire life.
You have your ideals and I have mine. I'm down here to complete my experiments at any cost. If that means the loss of a few lives to save generations of lives in the future, it's a small price to pay.
Okay, dude, you just don't give a fuck, do you?
Yes?
Alright, what else can you tell me about fire ants?
Well, the mutagen has enhanced their fortitude and provided them with what I call pyrosis, the ability to emit flame biologically. They're quite radiation-free, however. Well, as radiation-free as any other mutated creature in the wasteland.
Well, I might as well go for it. I'll get XP if I get it. If I don't, then...
Must I again remind you that the Queen is to remain completely unharmed? If she's hurt or killed, there's no telling how long it would take me to find a suitable new subject. Just let me issue the inhibitor pulse and it will have a similar effect.
Okay. Is there anything that will hurt the ants?
I'm afraid they are not susceptible to anything I can think of that wouldn't harm the garden variety giant ant. Just aim for their antennae if you can. It will confuse them quite a bit.
Alright, the antennae, alright.
Yes?
Alright, I think that's all I need to ask.
Much to do, so much to do.